Hi everyone, Josh here. Now in today's video, I want to explore with you why you might be letting go of and not spending enough time in the strategic, big picture thinking parts of your personality and sacrificing that to spend time in the business as usual or day-to-day activities. Now, when I work with leadership teams within engineering businesses and my engineering coaching clients, most of them are team leaders, most of them are market leaders, most of them are client relationship managers, most of them are senior project managers who are responsible for the day-to-day running of their team, but they're also responsible for big picture thinking, strategic thinking, and looking and forward thinking about where their team's going, where their market sector's going, and where the work's coming from. So these individuals are tasked with not only winning work, bringing work into the business, but also managing the delivery in the day-to-day. And so many of my clients who are in those quite senior roles, when I start to talk to them or ask them, well, how much time do you spend every day or every week in your strategic parts of your personality, in your big picture thinking parts of your personality? And you know what the answer is? 0. Oh, but I've got all this stuff to do. I've got all these emails to answer. I've got my team coming to me. I've got clients harassing me. I get all that. And I know I've been there in terms of having those constant pressures from the day-to-day business as usual tasks. I know what you're going through. I know what you're experiencing. But my challenge to the leaders and the big picture thinkers in these organizations, in these engineering companies that I'm working with is, if you're not consciously creating the space and the time for you to get out of the office or to go somewhere to think big picture, think strategically, what do you think that's going to do to the pipeline of work? What do you think that's going to do to the team underneath you? Are you ensuring that all of those people have jobs or have work to go on with in 6 or 12 months' time? And when you can reframe it like that, they're like, oh yeah, I get it. So the video today, or content today, is about, are you sacrificing the longevity of your team or your business and not spending enough time in the strategic big picture thinking part of your personality because you're getting bogged down in the day-to-day? And trust me, you can come up with a million different reasons and excuses and justifications for why spending time in the day-to-day business as usual tasks are important. And I've heard them all and I get it. You know, those tasks can be really draining and they can be really important and they need you to act on them right away. But what you also need to do is look at ways you can delegate the business as usual day-to-day tasks to other people in your team or other people in your organization, and spend the time consciously thinking big picture, thinking strategically, because that's your role. You've got into that role, you've got in that position because that probably actually energizes you. Thinking big picture, thinking strategically. Where's this next package of work going? Where's my market sector going? What would be a really smart thing for me to do? Or who would I need to go and talk to in that organization or that client or that government entity for a project that's coming up in 6, 12, 18 months time to position myself and my team as the front runners for that project? Guarantee no one else there is doing this. No one else is thinking like this. And if you want to be a step ahead of you and your competitors, it's creating the time and the space to think strategically. Bringing that big picture thinking back to your team. Guys, girls, we've got a really good opportunity here. Let's pull together a quick proposal. Let's go and meet with that client. Let's get in front of them and let's get way ahead of the curve. If you're having those conversations with your team, you are winning. So my challenge for you today out of this video is, if you know that you're not spending enough time in the strategic parts of your personality and you're getting bogged down in the business as usual day to day, work out ways that you can spend at least 2 to 3 hours a week strategically thinking, big picture thinking, growing your team, growing your business. Love to hear your thoughts. Love to hear your comments below. Have an amazing day.